Accessing such sites has become so easy that students are using these sites almost everywhere and almost all the time. Even they can watch the TV programs on the smartphones while the class is going on. We are living an era where capturing the moments using our mobile phone is more important than living this moment with whoever is beside us. Than living this moment with whoever is beside us. During these situations, the following questions need to be answered. Where will this lead to? Are we heading towards only Facebook and Twitter perfection? Where are the objectives of attaining the status of an advanced country? There are so many challenges that we as a nation face. Challenges such as population, poverty, corruption, mismanagement of our natural resources, etc. Will using Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp solve our national problems? Students these days appear to be more worried about connecting to their friends on TikTok, Facebook than being concerned about doing their studies, assignments and projects. The other major disadvantage of the increasing use of such networking sites is the spread of obscenity. Sure enough, I found that students who spend more time on screen are less happy and more depressed. And those who spend more time with families and friends are happier and less depressed. Sitting in front of the screen for long hours also affects their health adversely in many ways, as it affects your eyesight and the rays coming from the mobile phone are really harmful. Today's generation, especially the school students are using the mobile phone most. Mobile phone is a big distraction and don't let you concentrate on your studies. It interrupts you a lot when you are doing studies with its notification. Today when a baby also wants mobile phone. Sometimes the baby stops crying when the toys are given to them. But today the baby stops crying when the mobile phones are given to them. Students are not distracting from it, they are attracted to it. Like PUBG, most violent and the worst game. What we gain from PUBG? Only winner, chicken dinner. Is it useful for us? We are only wasting our precious time on it. PUBG can come back, but the time can't come back. Man has taken the mobile and how man is distracting from it. I would like to conclude my speech by saying this. Putting your mobile phone down and paying attention to those who are stalking you, there is an app for that. Yes, there is an app for that called Respect. Thank you and have a nice day.
Next participant is number A4.
Good morning everyone present here. Today I am going to talk on a topic that is related to almost all of us. I am going to express my views on cell phones are distracting students from learning. My dear listeners, it doesn't take a scientist to tell you that cell phones can be distracting. Study after study shows that the powerful computers we keep in our pockets can be distracting for even the most disciplined of adults. So is the case with the students. Nowadays, the major issues heard by the parents are cell phones distracting students from learning. It's somewhere true because students think that they'll use mobile just for 5 minutes or something. But when they use it, they get so used, lost and attracted that the time goes on and they don't feel like keeping their phones aside, which is distracting them from learning. Smartphones have made access to social media and networking sites such as Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, etc. So easy that these sites have become the source of major distractions for students. Rather than using their phones as an advantage, students get addicted to games such as PUBG and leading a distraction towards studies. Wise people say, time well utilized is time well spent, but the youth of today is only wasting time on chatting, messaging, uploading photographs and modifying profiles. The smartphones and 4G connections have made the situation worse. Accessing such sites has become so easy that the young boys and girls are using these sites almost everywhere and almost all the time. They can even watch their favorite TV programs on smartphones. Students check their mobile phones on an average of more than 11 times a day. That can add up to a lot of time spent distracted from schoolwork. And when students are distracted, it leads to extra stress, frustration, and catch-up time for everyone, with students spending up to 40% of their study time on texting, emailing, and checking social media. Students these days appear to be more worried about connecting to their friends on Facebook than being concerned about doing their studies, assignments, and projects. The parents, teachers, and government must look into the problems being caused by these mobile phones and form a strategy either to curb or completely stop its fast-growing negative influence on the minds of us youth. Our youth is the future of our nation. We cannot allow this youth to waste their precious time on mobile phones. As an individual, it is a moral duty as well as responsibility to lead our youth on the right path. Efforts should be made in making the youth, especially the school students, aware of the disadvantages of using mobile phones in their study time. Lastly, I want to conclude my words by saying that mobile phones are awesome. Mobile phones are awesome, but not as awesome as your life. Thank you.
Next participant is number A16.
Respected Principal, Vice Principal, panel of judges, and my dear friends, a very cheerful good morning to all. I am Sheikh Mehak of Standard 7. Today, I am standing before you to speak on the topic, junk food should be banned from schools. Junk food, we often think of junk food as being pre-packed item, but the reality of this food is that anything which offers a limited nutritional value and a significant level of calories and salt are classified in the junk category. Junk food is a slang word used for food that can increase the risk of obesity, diabetes, and many more. Salted snack food, burgers, pizzas, fried food are the major junk food. Do you know junk food increases obesity, loss of memory and learning problems, inadequate growth and development, leading to depression. Nowadays, children want to avoid junk food as they like. Children want to avoid homemade food as they like to enjoy street food more. Mostly young children does not carry lunch box as they like to enjoy junk food with their friends. Schools are a key area in which junk food dieting habits are addressed. Children spend most of their daytime in schools. Banning junk food in school can be an effective foundation on children's behavior. There are many important reasons why junk food should be banned. Firstly, as it contains a high level of calories with little protein, vitamin and minerals. Another reason is that junk food has a negative effect on children's behavior. It can make them feel hyperactive, tired, irritable and many more, which makes it hard for them to concentrate. It can also make them feel angry, violent, tired and many more. In summary, if we want to feel amazingly healthy, have a powerful mind to get brilliant grades in school, I believe we must say no, no and no to junk food. Thank you.
Next participant is number A3.
Honorable Chief Guest, respected Principal, judges, teachers and all the dignitaries on the dais. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very warm and cheerful morning to each one of you present here. I am Maria Fatima. Today I am going to speak on the topic, mobile phones are distracting students from learning. Smartphones have made access to social media and networking sites so easily that these sites have become source of major distraction for students. Cell phones are so convenient that they are an inconvenience. Wise people say, time well utilized is time well spent, but the youth of today is only wasting time on chatting, messaging, uploading photographs, modifying profiles. Cell phones are not a sign of power, they are a sign of subservience. The following questions need to be answered. Where will this lead to? Are we heading towards only Facebook and Twitter perfection? Where are the objectives of attaining the status of an advanced country? Small children of age 3 onward are always seen sitting with their mothers' mobile phones while their mothers are busy working. They often watch cartoons or nursery rhymes. They get addicted to it. Once they get the phone in their hand, they sit with it and time flies like an arrow. They also get involved with video games. They spend a long time playing video games instead of healthy outdoor games. Due to this, students are distracted from their studies. Home is where the heart is. But in today's world, the phone is where the heart is. Cell phones are the latest invention of rudeness. Playing these destructive games disrupts their studies and causes their memory to go blurry. Such problems have to be overcome. But the big question is how? Students are too addicted to the internet to listen to their parents. Every time a student feels that during his leisure time, he should be playing video games. This hampers the learning process, his mind gets distracted and he cannot concentrate on studies. Definitely, a student is distracted because of the excess use of mobile phones. Through mobile phones, students get an access to the internet where they can read different websites. Some websites are not morally good. There is no supervision on the use of mobile phone. Nobody comes to know what the child is watching. Is it morally good or is it destructive? The child becomes vulnerable to vulgar videos. At a very early age, he sees what he is not supposed to see. In his silence, he tries to know the facts of life. He feels shy to ask or discuss anything with his elders. He gets totally distracted. What is advisable is not to allow the child to watch some channels independently. If you want the child to be focused, then do not hand over the mobile to the child. It is observed that students who are attached to mobile phones or give more importance to mobile phones develop into unsocial and reclusive children. They do not develop into good citizens. Some children like to watch violence on the mobile phone and as a result, they too become violent children. Later on, this may mar their future. Those children who are involved in gadgetry, their human relations become less and they grow as perverted children. Education is a proof that one mind cannot have 2 to 3 interests with the same intensity. If the interest in mobile phones is more, then obviously students will give less preference to studies. In this way, less time will be given for learning and preparing for the exams as the child will be in a hurry to complete his studies randomly and sit with mobile phone in hand for long hours. I totally stick this idea that students should not be given mobile phones in hand. India has more population of small children. If you want India to be a developed nation and compete with America, Germany, Japan, the students should be kept away from mobile phones. I firmly believe in the above idea. Do you? Thank you. Have a nice day.
Alhamdulillah, we have finished with the speeches of the participants. And now I would like to request our judge, Mrs. Farhad Durrani ma'am, to express her views.
Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to one and all. What to say? You all have made me speechless. I first of all want you all to put your hand together for the students who have participated and have exploited their thoughts in a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful manner, and they really had made this morning a very beautiful morning. Clap for yourself. You all are winners. You all are winners in a sense. We can simply judge, but we cannot be judgmental to you. I really congratulate and appreciate the thoughts and the ideas the organizers have put here. And it is a kind of an eye-opener that the kids are saying to us that you have given a kind of a toy in our hands which has destroyed us. It's really a time to think about that where we are taking to our generation. It's really a very difficult time and a high time that the things which we have given in their hands, can we take it back so easily? It's not that easy. It's easy to give, it's easy to make them use them, but it is not easy to take it back from them. One of the students has said here that if you don't allow them to play PUBG, or you take the phone from them, their hands, not allowing them to play PUBG, they can do anything with their parents. One of the examples also has been cited that by stopping playing PUBG, one has killed his own father. The things are coming in a very drastic and destroying way. But taking it a step higher, I say that they cannot do everything, but they cannot do anything. When you ask them not to play PUBG, they are non-cooperative to the parents. In a way, you ask them to study first, then I'll give you the phone to play. Everything has become conditional. The students, the kids are putting conditions with the parents that how many minutes, how many hours you will allow us to play, only half of them we are going to study. 1 घंटा खेलने देंगे तो आधा घंटा study करेंगे. What is this? We have to think. We all are talented. Because it is which is been inbuilt in us. God, the Creator, has not created anybody without any talent, without any hypergene activity. What makes you really intelligent? The first thing, the topic here says, talent is bigger than the hard work, or talent is more important, or hard work is more important than the talent. How many of us we can simply define talent in one word? What is talent? Can we make a line between talent and intelligence? Can we make a line between talent and hard work? What is talent? You all are talented, I said. You all are talented. We all are talented. No one is without that. We purchase the gadgets, we purchase the phone. When we go to the phone shop, we see first of all that what is inbuilt capacity of the phone. कितना जीबी रैम है, कितना जीबी रोम है, इसकी मेमोरी क्या है, और उसके बाद हम उसमें एप्स डाउनलोड करते हैं. Your talent is your inbuilt intelligence. And what we are putting in terms of hard work is the apps we are applying to ourselves. And what we are applying. And as a parent, I really thank to the kids. I'm sure that most of them, it seems that the pebbles are coming out from their mouth. It has all been mugged, and a kind of a activity they have put, the hard work they have put to learn all those big words which they do not understand at what they are saying. But we have to understand that what they have said. Very, very frankly, the people here, the students here said that mobile phones, the gadgets, the smartphones, the Android phones are friends, but nobody dared to say that it is an enemy. Nobody said. I was just right from the beginning wants to hear two words. One is when we very dearly would say that the mobile phones are enemies and we won't be friends with the enemies. And the second word I was looking since the morning is discipline. If you can make this a part of your life, you need not have to take any other app in your life. This one word is the complete life-oriented program for yourself. We said, we learned, you have said, the day begins with the phone, but it ends. Do we end the day with the phone? Yes, we do. Unless and until you switch it off, you cannot sleep. Earlier, we used to wake up by the sound of the clocks, where the clocks have gone now. They have come in our phones. We have really made them present in our phone. Someone said that it is cell. It definitely is a cell. It has make your thinking power limited. Earlier, we used to read books, we used to share books, we used to share notes. Can you share this friend of you with this to anybody? Can you give just for 5 minutes this friend of you, friend of mine, to anybody? No, every app is locked. Every app is locked. Locked to whom? To your father, to your mother, to your sister, to your brother, to your friend. Earlier, we used to share each and every secret of our life with our friends. Here, the friends are secret. On Facebook, we are friend to so many people, even we doesn't know the face of them. The information is hide. And we are friends. What kind of a friend we are? The definitions are changing. And it doesn't mean that the media is not alarming you. Media is not warning you. Media is warning us. We have so many TikToks on the phones nowadays which says that the kid is sitting next to a mom and a mom has a phone in her hand and she is playing on and he is just tapping to the mother. This is not a thing that we'll just have to see and laugh and forget. This is another way of alarming and warning that this is a high time. You have to go to the values which you have lost back. Go back to the values where the ethics have gone, where the morals have gone. All the family members are sitting together and watching some soap serials going on a TV. Earlier, when we want to talk, when our elders want to talk some to the elders in the family, will first of all were asked to walk out from the place. Now, no such kind of instructions. और ऐसे इंस्ट्रक्शंस हम कभी बच्चों को देख ले, आजमा भी ले कि हम अगर बच्चों को ये कह के जाओ हमको बात करना है, तो ये भी आजमाने का वक्त है कि क्या हम ऐसा कर पाएंगे. This is the time which is demanding from the parents that the things which we have given in the hands of our kids to save the time, to save the energy, to learn things in a more advanced way, it has taken them to the heights from where to come back, it is very difficult. They have got the knowledge of the things which they need not have to get at this age. किसी ने कहा कि if you want to explore your knowledge, open the newspaper in the morning. One day I asked my son, बेटा पेपर तो 4 दिन से पैक पड़ा है, पेपर पढ़ा है क्या? Mom, what do you want to know from the newspaper? I have read it on net at night only. It's not that it is not giving you a good thing. It is making you advance to compete with the world. But the only thing is that we have to decide that how we want to use it. है ना, फास्ट फूड जंक फूड की हमने बात की. अब ये छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, इनको फास्ट फूड सारे मालूम हैं. हमारे ज़माने में सबसे अच्छा और सबसे डिलीशियस फास्ट फूड था गोलगप्पे, है ना. ये फ़ोन भी ऐसा ही है, कितना भी खाओ ना पेट भरता है ना नीयत भरती है. We are just simply using it, not knowing for what we are using it. Earlier, we have books, and the books have made the researchers. Phones cannot make that. Phones cannot make a researcher. Talent is talent. It is inbuilt in you. You are not doing anything extra to it. But if you can definitely put hard work to it, it will be plus added. A hard worker can be an achiever, but a talenter without a work can never achieve anything. We have seen so many things coming in a second part, like movies, Dhoom 2, Race 2. We have a sequel of Harry Potter's. But have we have the sequel of the story of Hare and the Tortoise? We don't have. है ना? हैरी पॉटर कितने देखे हमने? जितने लिखे गए. धूम 2, रेस 2, सीजन 2, सीजन 4, सीजन 12, सीजन 19, सारे सीजन्स रिपीट होते गए. लेकिन ये स्टोरी क्यों सीक्वल में नहीं आई? The story of the hare and the tortoise. One was talented, another was hard worker. Can anybody think about the sequel of the story? अगर इसका सीक्वल हमको बनाना पड़ा, लिखना पड़ा या सोचना पड़ा तो क्या होगा? A talented man with his intelligence can learn that only talent cannot make him a victor, but he has to put labor into it. And next time, the hare will not sleep when he will take up any race. And the tortoise, the hard worker, has to make more efforts to be the victor another time. This is my word to those who are not the winners today. At the very first instance, I say that we can judge, but we cannot be judgmental. The runner-up may be the winner next time. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Jazakallahu khair, ma'am, for your inspirational views. Now I would like to call President of ATC Group, Mr. Fayyaz Khan sir, to express his views.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Respected all the teachers, HMs, students, guests, judges. You have all the students who have come here and given the speech. I think the main theme of the speech was mobile phone use, and second was junk food. Very good. The student himself realized this thing, that this is all not proper for them. In this level, in this stage, if they realize this thing, then it is nothing. It is very, very, very good thing. If a person who decide from him by own that this thing is not for us good, or this is not for us for bad, this is the thing that where we have to decide our own. Teachers and parents cannot be watchdog for every time. They can't watch every time to you what you are using. One incident just now, 2 or 3 weeks back, one of my friend, what do you call that? He is the grandfather of नातू मराठी में उसको नातू बोलता है, नवासा बोलते शायद. उसका लड़का नवासा 99.2% मार्क्स लेके आया है और IIT खड़गपुर में उसका नंबर लगा है विद स्कॉलरशिप. मैं उसको पूछा हूँ कि भाई इतना यार तुम, ही इज फ्रॉम ब्राह्मण फैमिली. बोले फैयाज, मेरा नाम लेके बोला हूँ ना, ही इज माई फ्रेंड. बोले इन्हें 3 साल से आसमान नहीं देखा. बोले फॉर सम पर्टिकुलर टाइम ओनली ही गो आउट ऑफ हिज स्टडी रूम एंड थिंकिंग, और आज तक इसको मोबाइल फोन चलाना नहीं आता. दैट्स व्हाई दिस रिजल्ट हैज कम. बोले नाउ ही हैज बीन ऑफर्ड फ्रॉम all 2-3 major IIT, IIM, what is there, 3 जगहों से उन लोगों को जो है तो कॉल आ रहा है कि ये बच्चे को हमारे पास भेजो. He never eat junk food. He never waste his single minute. He has a proper timetable chart in his room, because I visited several times to his house. Everything is written on his room. It is his father and his parents are looking after him, because his mother is very busy, he is a doctor, so that this grandparents are looking after. एक मिनट का टाइम टेबल लिखा हुआ है कब. And you will student, you will see that he is a topper, and not only topper in study, he is a state level player of badminton. He used to come in MGM and play table tennis, and he has won for the state. He's not just means what you say that किताब का कीड़ा ऐसा नहीं है, but he is physically also he is doing, but he said that he has worked out that he has to play for 1 hour only. He never wastes more than 1 hour in that. He never gossip with his friend most of the time. When he doesn't know, up to the 12th standard, he doesn't know how to use the mobile, then you imagine regarding all the students, I think one student has delivered his speech very well. I don't know from which school and because you have not mentioned, only four, no, I think fourth number. Very good speech. स्पीच करना बहुत अच्छी बात है अभी क्योंकि बिकॉज आई एम नॉट डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व इन द एकेडमिक लाइन सो आई कैन गिव मोर स्पीच इन एकेडमिक्स ऑल यू मैडम दुरानी हैज गिवन वेरी गुड स्पीच because he has covered all the things with the parents also and regarding how to manage the student बहुत सी चीज़ें सीखने को मिली है मैडम से भी अभी थोड़ी से वक्त में बहरहाल मैं आपको यही कहूँगा यू डिसाइड फ्रॉम योर ओन्स देखिए मैं अपने तौर पे बता रहा हूँ कि आज से 15 साल पहले अब मेरे को इंडिया के क्योंकि आई एम फ्रॉम बिजनेस का लाइन माय बिजनेस इज इन द ऑल ओवर द कंट्री मुझे कम से कम हिंदुस्तान के कम से कम 10 बड़े शहरों के नंबर बाय हार्ट याद थे 7 डिजिट के नंबर जब थे 7 नंबर आज मेरे को अपना खुद का फ़ोन नंबर याद नहीं है क्योंकि सेव है सब नंबर तो हमारी जो आपने बताया मेमोरी हमारी जो है कम होते जा रही है और सारी मेमोरी मोबाइल में जा रही है तो दिमाग का काम ही ख़त्म कर दिया हमारा उससे जो बच्चों में जो टैलेंट होना चाहिए वो सारा टैलेंट चलेगा कहीं में मोबाइल में और जैसे ही भी बताया मैडम ने कि व्हाट इज़ द टैलेंट टैलेंट सब में है टैलेंट को पॉलिश करना है वो पॉलिश कैसे किएंगे हार्ड वर्क करके यू हैव टू हार्ड वर्क आप हार्ड वर्क करेंगे तो आपका टैलेंट ये होगा मैं तो अक्सर कई लोगों को बोलता हूँ जो बच्चे मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को बिलोंग करते हैं जो बच्चे हाफिज होते हैं पूरे कुरान को हिफ्ज करते हैं और वो कुरान में ज़ेर ज़बर कहाँ रुकना है कहाँ थोड़ा सा आवाज़ बढ़ी करना है जहाँ अच्छी बात है तो खुशी का इज़हार करना है जहाँ अजाब की और ऐसी कोई इसकी बात है तो थोड़ा सा गमगीन होना है जब वो बच्चे जो है जो हाफिज़ बन सकते हैं जबकि उनके पास रिसोर्सेज कुछ भी नहीं है ना उनके पास कोई अच्छे स्कूल्स है ना अच्छी बिल्डिंग्स है आप मदरसों में जाके देखिए आप क्या छोटे छोटे रूम में 4-4 5-5 बच्चे रहते हैं वहाँ और हिफ्स करते क्योंकि वो मेहनत करते 4-6 घंटे 7 घंटे एक साथ बैठते और टीचर जो उनके जो पढ़ाने वाले हैं वो उनको अच्छी बमकिस करते हैं अब अपने पास क्या है गवर्नमेंट के रूल है बच्चों को मारना नहीं मारे के बच्चे के पेरेंट्स आए थे लड़ने के लिए कि आपने हमारे बच्चों को मारे क्यों ये बिगाड़ है ये सही जो है ना ये बिगाड़ नॉट ओनली इंग्लिश स्कूल या मराठी स्कूल या उर्दू स्कूल हर स्कूलों में यही बिगाड़ आया है ये एजुकेशन सिस्टम को एक तरह का डैमेज कर रहे हैं जब हम लोग पढ़ते थे या हमारे आप लोग भी पढ़ते होंगे जो भी HM से या मैडम भी आप पढ़े सौदागर जी भी ये जब पढ़ते तो टीचर सामने से आया तो डर जाते थे आज तो मैं कई स्कूलों में जाता हूँ और कुछ देखता हूँ तो टीचर और वो कैंटीन में बैठ के स्टूडेंट चाय पीते हैं कोई लोग तो और स्मोकिंग भी करते हैं और कोई वो पुड़ी भी खाते हैं तो मतलब वो जो एक टीचर का और एक स्टूडेंट का जो वो था रिश्ता उसमें कहीं ना कहीं जाके जो है तो ये सब खराब हुआ और टीचर्स का तो ऐसा हो गया गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में एडेड स्कूल में एक बार वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब पे उस पर आ गई वो जिला परिषद के क्या बोलते हैं उसको मतलब पे रोल पे आ गई गवर्नमेंट के पे रोल पे आ गई तो मैनेजमेंट को भी सत्यानाश मैनेजमेंट का भी नहीं सुनते वो पर ये जो वो कर रहे हैं वो अच्छा काम नहीं कर रहे क्यों नहीं अच्छा काम मैं बता रहा हूँ मेरे पास मैं एक उर्दू स्कूल से वाबस्ता हूँ तो मुझे मालूम है वहाँ 40-45 टीचर्स हैं जो गवर्नमेंट के इस पे आए हुए हैं। देखो आप नस्ल तबाह कर रहे हैं। आप जो है ठीक है, आप 25-30 साल 40 साल नौकरी करेंगे, जो भी 28 साल नौकरी करेंगे, रिटायर हो जाएंगे, VRS मिल जाएंगे, सब हो जाएगा, अपने पेंशन बैठ जाएंगे, सब हो जाएंगे। पर आप उसके आवेज में क्या हो रहा, आपने अच्छी तालीम नहीं देने की वजह से अच्छा वो नहीं पिकअप नहीं किया कराया अपने स्टूडेंट को, आप आने वाली नस्लों को तबाह कर रहे हैं। देखिए टीचर का रुतबा बहुत बड़ा रुतबा है, जैसा बोलते हैं ना गुरु बहुत बड़ा। अरे माँ बाप के बाद में सबसे ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्ट अपने को जो है गुरु की करना है, टीचर्स की करना है। और स्टूडेंट्स का भी काम है कि वो अपने टीचर्स को लाइटली ना ले। टीचर्स कोई बात बोल रहे हैं तो वो आपके अच्छे के लिए बोले, दे आर वॉट एवर दे आर टेलिंग टू यू, इट इज़ गुड फॉर यू, इट इज़ नॉट फॉर देम। तो बहरहाल जो है आप बहुत अच्छा जंक फूड के बारे में तो इतने आर्टिकल्स आ रहे हैं, और मैम ने बताए, ये दुरानी मैम ने, कि न्यूज़पेपर आप ज़रूर जो 7th 8th 9th के बच्चे हैं वो न्यूज़पेपर पढ़े। इंग्लिश मीडियम के बच्चे हैं तो इंग्लिश का पेपर पढ़े, उर्दू आती है तो आप उर्दू का पेपर पढ़े, पर इंग्लिश का पेपर पढ़िए, उसमें ज़्यादा स्टोरी रहती है। उर्दू के पेपर से कोई हमको वो नहीं है, कोई एतराज़ नहीं है, और उसमें क्या होता है सब 2 दिन पुरानी बासी न्यूज़ रहती। आप लेटेस्ट न्यूज़ पढ़ना है तो आप इंग्लिश पेपर पढ़िए। और आपको मालूम होना चाहिए, मैं उर्दू मीडियम से नहीं था, मैंने उर्दू सीखा हूँ उर्दू अखबार पढ़ के, और वो भी कौन से, उसमें जो फिल्म के नाम आते थे वो पढ़ के। पहले तो यहाँ नहीं थे पेपर, वो बॉम्बे से आते थे, इनकलाब, उर्दू टाइम्स, ऐसा कुछ 2 पेपर आते थे, उसमें फिल्मों के नाम आते थे, वो देख देख के मेरी उर्दू आई। फिर बाद में वो शमा, 4 रंग, 1000 रंग, ये वो देख देख के उर्दू सीखा हूँ मैंने। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आज मैं उर्दू अच्छी पढ़ सकता हूँ, लिख नहीं सकता हूँ, अपना खुद का नाम भी बराबर नहीं लिख सकता हूँ। बहरहाल ये जो चीज़ें हैं, आप बहुत अच्छा कॉम्पिटिटिव आपने प्रोग्राम रखे हैं, और टॉपिक बहुत अच्छा आपने जो ये किए हैं, मैं अपनी तरफ से अपने होल हार्टेडली आप लोगों को इसके लिए आपको मुबारकबाद पेश करता हूँ। और इंशाल्लाह आप मोटिवेट करिए स्टूडेंट भी। देखो मैं एक बात मैं जाते जाते कहूँगा, स्टूडेंट जो है ना ये मोम है, आप इसको जैसा मोल्ड करेंगे, जितना प्यार से इनको समझाएंगे। देखिए अभी क्या हो कि अभी जैसा मैडम ने बोला ना, कंडीशनली पेरेंट्स मैं देखता हूँ, मेरे घर में भी मेरे जो पोते हैं तो मैं वो कंडीशन डालते हो, हम इतनी देर पढ़ेंगे उसके बाद हम कार्टून शो देखेंगे, तो बहुत सही बात है। तो अभी क्या है, अभी उतनी लिबर्टी उनको देना पड़ती है। अभी क्या बच्चों से भी झगड़ा करते नहीं बैठेंगे, उन माओं को भी कई काम में है। तो बहरहाल मेरा यही कहना है कि आप टीचर्स के ऊपर बहुत बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, आपके सामने एक फ्यूचर जनरेशन है जिसको आपको डेवलप करना है, और क्योंकि आपको जो है इसका अजर दुनिया में भी मिलेगा और आखिरत में मिलेगा। मैं दुआ गो हूँ कि अल्लाह ताला जो है स्टूडेंट्स के भी बेहतरी के लिए अल्लाह ताला उनके भी मुस्तकबिल सदा सवारे, और आप लोगों को भी जज़ाए खैर दे। इतना कहते हुए मैं अपने 2 अल्फाज ख़त्म करता हूँ। जज़ाकल्लाह खैर।
Jazakallahu khair, sir. And we are waiting for our result, and it will be declared soon. Victory is in having done your best. If you have done your best, you have won. Keeping this positivity in mind, let's proceed towards the most awaited movement, that is the declaration of today's competition's result. So I would like to call our kindergarten principal, Mrs. Pakiza ma'am, to give away the consolation prizes. And consolation prize from group A goes to participant number A1 Khan Arhanullah Ikram of Prime Star. goes to participant number A10, Sayyada Zainab Zamiruddin. Thank you, sir. Now I would like to call Adil sir to give away the prize of second position from group B. And the prize goes to participant number B10, Sheikh Zubair Zahoor. Now I would like to call our president of ATC Group, Mr. Fayyaz Khan sir, to give away the prizes of the first position. And from Group A, the first prize goes to participant number A7, Zaina Anis Motiwala from Pearls Academy. B. The first prize goes to participant number B3, Momin Anam Firdos of Sarosh English School. Now it's time to announce the best speaker of our today's program, and he is none other than Muhammad Saad Saudagar of Winners English School. And now it's time to announce the name of the highest scoring school, and the prize goes to Pearls Academy. Teachers and students, please come. Now I would like to request our president of ATC Group to kindly felicitate our advisor, Mr. Irfan Saudagar sir. Teamwork is the ability to work together towards a common vision. And our today's mission was our first inter-school elocution competition. Alhamdulillah, it's always a teamwork, and it's seen in this program to appreciate our team Behind making this program a successful one, I will request Fayyaz sir to honor the in-charge persons for our today's program, and that is Mrs. Sumayya Miss and Mudassir sir. Last but not the least, I call my colleague Miss Samreen to give vote of thanks.
A warm and graceful afternoon to our most valued judges, principal, teachers, most beloved students, and one and all gathered over here. I, on behalf of Crescent International School and the entire fraternity of the institution, first of all extend my sincere thanks to all my team. I extend a very hearty thanks to the judges who spared their time from their busiest schedule to grace the occasion. All the speakers for gracing your work and sharing with us your findings and opinions today. I also extend thanks to all my staff members for their enormous cooperation in the organization of this event. Event like this cannot happen overnight. It requires a lot of planning. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of our school who know their job and are result-oriented. I cannot thank everyone though enough for their involvement and their willingness to take on the completion of the task. Once again, I want to thank to all the schools participated in this event. Last but not the least, we are really very much owed to Almighty and continuously pray to the omnipresent and omniscient to provide us such opportunities in plenty. Thanks a lot.
Good morning, everyone present over here. Good morning, everyone present over here. I'm going to expatiate on a topic that is related to almost all of us. I'm going to express my views on mobile phones are distracting students from learning. Smartphones have made access to social media and networking sites such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. so easy that these sites has become the source of major distractions for students. Young boys and girls seem to have become inordinately addicted to these sites. They are thoughtlessly and uselessly wasting their precious time on these sites. Wise people say that time well utilized is time well spent, but the youth of today is only wasting their time on chatting, messaging, uploading photographs and modifying profiles. The smartphones and the 4G connections have made the situation worse. Accessing such sites has become so easy that the young boys and girls are using the sites almost everywhere and almost all the time. They can even watch their favorite TV programs on these smartphones. There are so many challenges that we as a nation face. Challenges such as population, poverty, unemployment, corruption, pollution, mismanagement of our natural resources, etc. Is it not the pathetic attitude of our youth to lose such objectives out of sight and instead waste their time, money and energy on such social networking sites so recklessly? Students these days appear to be more worried about being connected to their friends on Facebook than being concerned about their studies, assignments, and projects. The other major disadvantage of the increasing use of these networking sites is the spread of obscenity. This is having a very negative impact on the impressionable minds of our young children and leading them astray. Sitting in front of the screen for long hours also affects their health adversely in many ways. The parents, teachers, and the government must look into the problems being caused by these networking sites and must formulate a strategy either to curb or completely stop its fast growing negative influence on the minds of our youth. Our youth is the future of our nation. We cannot allow this youth to waste their precious time on doing the Facebook. The same time must be spent on studying, researching, developing leadership, or other life skills. It is our moral duty as well as responsibility to lead our youth on the right path. Efforts should be made in making our youth, especially the school students, aware of the disadvantages of social networking sites. The concerned government authorities should make and implement some strict regulatory checks on the functioning of these networking sites in our country. Only with the concerted efforts of the parents, teachers, and the government, this problem of addiction of our youth to networking sites can be removed. As everything has its advantages and disadvantages, mobile phones also has its advantages and disadvantages. We should use mobile phones properly without harming our health, our life, our environment, and others' life. I would like to end my speech with a famous quote. I finally realized it. People are prisoners of their phones. That is why they are called cell phones. Thank you.
A cheerful good morning to one and all present over here, respected teachers and judges, and my dear friends. For addressing the today's assembly, I have been assigned the topic Never Shrug, a small assignment for today's competition. There are two types of people in this world. The first are those who swoop up their accidentally dropped keys with no complaints and go along with the merry way. And the second are those who more often than not can't pick up them without cursing or letting a big miserable sigh. Some people take life as a small slides and setbacks with a shrug, while others freak out. We have to always try to turn every disaster into an opportunity. One of the main reasons that we lose our enthusiasm is because we become ungrateful. We let what was once a miserable become common to us. We get so accustomed to the goodness, so it's become a routine. Opportunity knocks at every door, but only once. In the life of people, many opportunities come, but they ignore it and give little importance to them. Why? Sometimes knowingly and sometimes unknowingly. The result is that they suffer on repentance through all their lives. If you want to lead your life successfully and happily, then be alert and prepared to hear the call of opportunity that may come at any moment. Make the door an opportunity by itself. Would like to knock at the door. There are no mistakes, only opportunities. Whether the opportunity knocks one or multiple times, it doesn't matter. One should always be ready for your possibilities in your life, as the real opportunity is you. Improve the time in present, for opportunity is precious and time is running. In every day, there are 1,440 minutes. That means we are having 1,440 daily opportunities to make a positive impact. Life is short, youth is finite, and opportunity is endless. Have you found the intersection of your passion and the potential for the world shaping a positive impact? If you don't have great idea of your own, then there are plenty of great teams that need you. Unknown startups and established teams in a giant companies alike. I think if you are curious, you create the opportunities. If you open the door, you create possibilities. Opportunity is always present. Lucky people realize that. Look at those opportunities that will help you and benefit others, and then we will find support from this. Our attitude is important because what you think changes how you feel and what you do. If you place importance on the work which you are doing, then others will respond to that and see it as something bigger and develop the habit of honoring your work. As the famous personality Napoleon Hill says, the starting point of all achievement is desire. Believing in yourself is essential towards achieving personal success. Without self-belief, we tend to make poor decisions based on the self-doubt and fear rather than what's best for us. Life is an opportunity is an appropriate or profitable time or occasion that comes in the life of almost everyone, but only if one takes it positively. All the problems contain the seeds of opportunity, and this awareness allows you to take the moment and transform it to a better situation or thing. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. If you don't have any opportunities in your life, then never lose the hope because you have cherished. It is up to you. It is up to you to realize your hope. And what you must have is the willpower that can overcome any hurdle. There is a difference between successful people and others. Successful people make the most of every opportunities that comes their way and create the opportunities where there are none. The others, meanwhile, keep waiting for next opportunity to come and make a mess of it when it comes. Having said this, it is futile to keep waiting for opportunity. Instead, we should create opportunities. And the most important thing is success doesn't come to you, you go to it. Thank you.